The Sisters of Parvos have arrived, driven, confident, and empowered by the corpusidal Parvos Granum. They're an enemy of the Tenno, and that means it's time to learn how you meet one, and how you defeat one. I'm the Engineer, let's solve a practical problem. First things first, you need to get yourself some Zenith Granum crowns. Pick them up by defeating a treasurer on the Corpus ship tileset, level 31 or above. You can find this on Pluto and Neptune normally, or you can get it through higher tier missions automatically, such as through the Steel Path. Next, you're going to have to spawn a sister candidate. At this point, make sure you have an appropriate Warframe, one that is not only prepared for the Granum Void, but is also an appropriate progenitor for the damage type you want from the sister weapon. The way progenitors work seems to be the same as it is for Kuva Liches, so it's a simple transition. Head on over to a Golden Hand statue and enter the Tier 3 Granum Void. So long as you meet the minimum kills for one tier of rewards, which is just 25 kills per squad member, your sister candidate should be able to spawn. Now, while previously with the Granum Void you could easily do a crown share, where one person would use a coin but all 4 people would get the rewards, in this case only one sister candidate spawns after a Granum Void incursion. Because of this, I'd recommend either doing it solo or with a pre-made squad coordinating who is attacking the candidate. Once you find the candidate after the Granum Void, the person who wishes to have a new nemesis must first down and then mercy this sister candidate. This begins the full journey. You can use this opportunity to decide if the sister you'll spawn is appropriate for you in terms of the weapon choice, though do still be mindful of the cost in terms of Gran and crowns. Your Sister of Parvos will always start by occupying nodes on Venus, the lowest level Corpus controlled planet. Complete the dedicated sister occupied nodes on the planet. Each node is guaranteed to spawn at least one hound, and quite likely to spawn the sister herself. Just like with the Kuva Lich system, when you battle the sister and use your Parvos on her, this will make the sister level up. On leveling up, the sister will move over to a new planet. You'll be using the same Requiem relics and mods as with the Kuva Lich system as well, so there's no new grind on that side. As sisters level up, they progress to Phobos, then Jupiter, Neptune, and finally Pluto as they level up, taking on new nodes and ever stronger fights. Once you figure out and hit your sister with the correct Parvos on Requiem sequence, she'll retreat to a carrier in Corpus controlled Neptune Proxima, meaning it's time to grab a railjack. There's one singular node for taking out your Sister of Parvos, and as a result I strongly recommend doing this in either a pre-made squad or a public squad to get the full benefit of a team. Be aware to actually embark on this mission, you do need to have at least rank 5 in any one of the railjack intrinsics. On arrival in sector, you'll be tasked with some initial objectives, such as taking out cruise ships. Once that's done, you can then enter into the carrier itself. Inside, you'll take on the Sisters of Parvos one by one, including dealing with spectre clones of you and your allies. The difficulty isn't that different from dealing with your sister planet side, but that doesn't stop it from being a tough fight regardless. Once you've taken out the hounds and the spectres that are spawning, you'll be able to actually damage the sister directly, bringing this fight to a close. Once everyone in the squad has dispatched their sister, including using their Parvos to take him out for that final time, proceed to extraction and it's mission complete.
Wait, no, not while everything's still so messy.
Success! The sister is defeated. You may have converted your sister, in which case you now have a new ally to be used just like a Kuva Lich. However, if you have vanquished the sister, you've gained a variety of goodies. First, you'll receive a fully constructed hound companion that your sister was using, sent straight to your foundry. This hound is randomized, so it may not be your ideal setup, but it's still fully functional. Alongside this, you will also receive component blueprints to allow you to construct parts for hounds too, allowing you to assemble your desired hound with those parts via legs at Fortuna. Do be aware that you won't necessarily get all the parts needed from one single sister to make a hound straight away. Also, you'll gain the sister's Tenet weapon, ready for you to claim from the foundry and wreak havoc with. I'll be covering the weapons themselves in another video at another time. Lastly, In the process of taking down your sister, you may be rewarded with a new Requiem mod that acts as a wildcard to replace any Requiem. In addition, you may also be rewarded with an ultimatum, which allows you to force any new sister or Kuvelich to spawn into your current mission. These are both effective ways to allow you to expedite this war. And that's the gist of it when it comes to the Sisters of Parvos. You will of course encounter details and quirks which I've left out, both for brevity and for your own personal discovery. However, you now have all the information needed to both start this fight and to finish it. Grab your very best gear and show Parvos what you're really made of. If you have found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to catch more as I upload it. You can also join me over at twitch.tv/thekengineer for practical problem solving live too. That's all from me, so as always, defeat sisters, unlock hounds, and fight well, Tenno.